right, this is me, David Antonelli. I hope you're having a great week. This is the first in a series. It's called Diary of a Film. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk about my film Inbetween, my feature film, which you can see, just check the link out, and how I made it, and pass on advice, because film is something that is so hard to make if you're an independent filmmaker, okay? And as a friend of mine who was also a filmmaker once told me, he said it takes as much work to make a bad film as it takes to make a good film. You only have one shot at it, and whether you win or lose, you're gonna put a lot of work into it. And so you better get it right the first time. Now, in this episode, we're gonna talk about the script, okay? The script is like your blueprint. You have to get it right. The script, if the script isn't right, your film is not going to be good. No matter how good the actors are, they aren't going to be able to ad-lib and improvise around a bad script. So you have to work very hard on the script and try to keep it as short as possible. The formula for a script is about 1 minute per page, but be careful that you have to follow the script format as dictated by Hollywood. You know, when I made Inbetween, I was using the formula of 1 minute of screen time per page, but I didn't use the Hollywood script format, and as a result, the film was twice as long as I thought it was going to be. So that turned out to limit its exposure in film festivals, because it was, came off as 3 hours long. But it's okay, because now you can watch it as a 4-part mini-series on YouTube, which works out fine, 45 minutes per episode. But you have to get the script right. The characters have to be strong, and it's best to stick to tried and true plots. A wise writer once told me, all plots are basically, a derivation of a small handful of very basic plots. With Inbetween, the plot I used was the one he used in Nicholas Roeg's film with Mick Jagger, Performance, and also the Neil Jordan film, The Crying Game. It's basically about a person trying to escape a criminal organization and hanging out with some bohemians and having some contact there as he tries to find his footing into some new life while escaping the criminals who are still coming after him. I mean, that's essentially the plot. It worked for Performance, it worked for The Crying Game, and it worked for Inbetween. Now, after you've now my script was based on my novel. I had written the novel in many drafts. It was almost published by Dell, and yet it hadn't been published yet. So I had my novel very well written and almost ready to publish that I derived the script from, which is good and bad, because it may have been better if I was deriving a script from a novel I didn't write, because I wanted to hold on to things that I myself created, as opposed to saying, nah, we don't need that in the film version, okay? And that actually made the film longer, okay? So bear in mind that, I had a good story already written. And that had pluses and minuses, okay? But once you're convinced that your script is almost ready to go, get other people to read it. You may want to consider getting somebody, one of these script doctors, but they're middlemen, and they may be good or bad. I've had editors work on my novels. Sometimes it's been good, other times it hasn't been good, because sometimes they don't quite get it, or they want to take it in a direction that you think, oh my God, that's terrible. So be careful. There's so many people that are waiting to exploit you in the film business, because they know that you're dying to be successful and will pay anything for it, especially if they find out that you have a big budget for your film. And actually the fundraising part is going to be another episode. So there you are. The script, get it as perfect as possible. I actually perfected the script once I casted it. Now casting will be another episode again, but I went through it and read it over and over again with the cast and asked them, are you comfortable saying this? How could we change this? I mean, does it seem natural to you? And so the script evolved and was workshopped with the cast, what actually helped make it even better. And this is a very good technique that a lot of professional film directors, successful ones, will have used to write their script. Okay, so that is the script. You only have one shot to get it right, and if your script isn't right, your film is going to be a big, profound waste of time. So spend many years on the script like I did. Okay, so anyway, the In-Between, you can actually buy, like in the link, the book version is out. It came out maybe 10 years ago, and so if you like the film, you can read the book and get new insight. The film is actually, it's more comic. The character of Martin is more of a comic character. The film is also more of an action type experience, and this is the book is more introspective, but you get a different picture of In-Between by reading the book. I also have a new novel called The Orphean that came out in September. It's my 12th. It's a day in the life of a men's fashion and fragrance YouTuber on his way to meet his estranged daughter in a very bizarre Kafkaesque world. So if you like a modernist, postmodernist fiction, you'll love this. But again, the links will be below. So anyway, thanks for listening, and I hope to see you again.